Hey guys, it's time to answer some frequently asked questions. One of which, probably one of the most frequently asked questions, is what is the difference between a metal print and an epic metal print? Well, I have both here. Both are 20 by 30, and I will do my best to tell you the difference. Let me start with the metal print. So this is a 20 by 30 metal print. The print is actually a little bit misleading because it's created by it's a process called dye sublimation, which they actually make another print via heat process. They heat and pressure. They take the dyes from that other print and infuse it into this specially treated metal, which already has some dyes in it, which creates this print. On the back, it's hung via a 3/4 inch inset frame, which lets it just sit off the wall. It has this appearance of floating just a bit. And then you hang it via this French cleat. You gotta screw this into the wall, and then this just hooks onto it, and it's very secure. So that's a metal print. Over here, I have an epic metal print, but I want to start with something else first. So the way they make an epic metal print is they first make this print on what's called Fuji archival paper, Fuji crystal archival paper. It's printed at a very high resolution, 600 dpi, which is about twice what a normal print is printed at, which is 300. You can see this Fuji archival paper is a very glossy. It actually looks like a piece of glass. I remember when I first saw this, I said, wow. There's a very three-dimensional look to it. So then they take this print and they adhere it to, I don't know if you can see it, to a piece of aluminum composite. And then they seal it. And so you have a print that actually looks very similar to the metal print. It has a very sleek, glossy finish to it. And the back is pretty much the same. It's hung via this 3/4 inch inset metal frame, and you hook it onto this French cleat, which you got to screw into the wall. So that's the difference in the process. Now, what's the difference? Why one versus the other? Well, they look, because of the processes, they look a little different. So I'll hold these up. So one of the main differences is in the look, and I don't know if you can see it in this video. The green, what's called the color gamut, which is the amount of color, the range of colors in a print or a process. The green color gamut with regard to the epic metal print is much wider, much broader than it is in the metal print. So the greens tend to be a little bit more vibrant and saturated, which I don't know if you can see, but if I'm looking at this, the metal print has a little more bluer cast. It's a little more subtle. This is the epic metal print. The greens are more vibrant. Because of this is printed at such a high resolution, it tends to have a little bit more detail, especially in the shadows. Like if I'm looking at the shadows here, there's a little more detail. The shadows are a little brighter in the epic metal print versus the metal print. But other than that, it's also, the epic metal print is a little bit heavier because this aluminum composite is probably 2.5 times as thick as the metal print, so it makes it slightly heavier. But other than that, they look very similar, other than the colors just tend to be a little bit different. If that helps tell you a little bit about the differences in the two. Any more questions, just feel free to email me or DM me on one of social media sites.